So I went to the Met Gala, maybe this is probably 3 years ago, sitting at the Chanel table. I'm very thankful that they invited me to that table. And we're having fun, and I'm sitting there, and I wore a camellia flower, which is the Chanel flower. And it was a fake flower, but I was wearing that. And the reason why Chanel loved the camellia is because the actual flower has no scent, so you can wear perfume and it won't clash with the camellia flower. So I'm wearing this fake camellia, and I leave my table and I go over to say hi to Tom Ford, who's sitting across from me, and I go, hi Tom, how are you? He goes, you look nice. Thank you very much. I go, I'm at the Chanel table and I'm wearing this as a camellia flower, and the reason why I'm wearing it because camellia has no scent, and of course you don't want to clash if you're wearing a cologne or perfume. And he goes, first of all, you are an idiot. That has no scent because what you're wearing is a fake flower. That is cloth, what you're wearing. So of course it has no scent. Second of all, this is Lady Amanda Harlick, who is Lady of Chanel. She's the House of Chanel. And I'm telling her the whole story. And I was like, oh my gosh, because I've known now Tom Ford for probably 20 years now. And so he was just like trying to make fun of me. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was embarrassed. And, but I will say, 4 years later, I was invited back to the Chanel table, and I will be sitting next to Lady Amanda, and I will tell her all about my antique pansy. I remember my first ever Met Gala I went to, just being so nervous and walking up those steps. There's like these giant steps going into the Met, and there's the red carpet, and I'm just afraid to kind of fall down. I can't even, when they're walking up in those heels. I mean, I just had shoes on and I was nervous about falling down the stairs. And just kind of saying hi to everybody and just hoping that I was invited and that wasn't gonna get thrown out. I'm like, why am I here? And it was just, it was amazing to just walk around all that beautiful art, and you just see everything you could think of, like the most beautiful dresses, the most amazing hair and fashion and people. You're almost like in a wax museum almost. You're like, oh my gosh, she looks exactly like Madonna. You're like, that is Madonna. I'm like, yes, of course. And so it's those types of things. I remember once we went, and the rumor was that Madonna was going to perform, and I'm like, there's no way she's going to perform. I just saw her, by the way, and she looked great. And then out of nowhere, you just start hearing these noises and all this stuff, and everyone's like, they usually have horns, which means like get to your table. Noise and this music, and all of these monks came out. It was like a Gregorian chant, like a monk chanting. And I'm like, what are they doing? They're like, and I go, that's kind of cool. I didn't expect to see monks tonight. And then you just hear, life is a mist, and you're like, what? And the one monk in the middle took the hood off, and it's Madonna. And you, yes! And it was just amazing. You, oh my gosh. It was just the coolest move, almost unbeatable. It was fantastic. One year I saw Cher, and she wore the like kind of buttless pants thing, and from the video, you know which one, with all the guy in the Navy on the aircraft carrier, and she pulled it off, went as only Cher can do, and destroyed, and it was so awesome. Then I think she did a couple ABBA jams too, because this is around Mamma Mia 2 time. So she was like, there was something in the air of that. Like, Fernando, we're just going crazy. And I was jamming, just dancing with Anna. And usually that's what happens. I just end up in a full-on mosh pit with Anna Wintour. And that's why, we're going out tonight. We'll be civilized, and then after party's usually back at her apartment, and we just put on Nirvana and just mosh. Or that year I was leaving, and what's fun is you'll see when you go into the Met, there's fans outside and you want to say hi to them. So I was leaving and I saw some fans, and this is COVID times, and they had a giant fence between me and the fans, but they were saying, hey Jimmy, just so we can get a picture. And I go, of course. And so I didn't know how to get around this giant wall of fence, like a fake bush. It was almost like a green bush, and I'm like, I'm just gonna climb over it. I mean, at this point, I was at the Met, we had a great time, and I just climbed over it and ran to the people and said hi to them. And he did like a cool, like flip over the wall. Like he did like a jump over the wall and looked much cooler than them. He might have backflipped over the wall. And there I was struggling, like grunting. and sweating, trying to get over this fence, and there's just this sweaty dude in a tuxedo just grunting his way over the fence to say hi to the fans. So, Simu, I'll see what you do this year. No, I do not consider myself a fashion icon at all. In fact, I'm never, ever even close to that list. But I have been coming to this event for a long time, so I think I'm getting up. You know, when will I be called a fashion icon? Probably when I'm maybe next year. So this is the last year that I'm just free for all rookie. Next year, major leagues, and I become a fashion icon. So it's kind of exciting. It's my last year unknown. All right, my go-to red carpet pose is, Questlove always makes fun of me. It's always this, or that, or something. It's like, he goes, why do you always pose like one of the Beastie Boys? Because they're cool, and they always look cool. And he's like, yeah, but you're not one of them. So it's that, or it's this, a lot of like hands out or pointing. I can't help it, I'm a comedian. So I usually jump around and I don't know what to do with my hands. And I make fun of people that have awkward photos. And here I am, I do it every year. So this year, I'm going with, like this is how much I can smile, that's it. It's like I just got Novocaine. The whole night. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just not gonna smile. I'm just gonna kind of smirk and just kind of confused, yeah. I wanna intimidate people with my looks. Any advice? Yeah, I say this every year, and gosh, that I always break the rules, but try not to be behind a Kardashian. You're worried about your outfit and how you're gonna look and all this stuff, and then you get there and that's all they care about is, you know, Kim over here, Kim over here, Kim. You're like, hey, I spent 4 hours on my outfit too, and you know, and then no one's gonna look. And I'm gonna say 4 years ago, I knew that going in. I go, don't be behind Kim, and don't be anywhere near Cardi B, and I was right in the middle of both. A pregnant Cardi B, by the way. Talk about no one wants me in that sandwich. So you want Kim Kardashian, pregnant Cardi B, and Jimmy Fallon doing magician hands? Look at this, we have a police escort.
Who's the best, Jim?
I mean, I was gonna say you, but wow. We're gonna get a police escort. This might be my first police escort to the Met Ball.
I hope the car makes it.
I'm excited to see Lynn, Manuel, and Vanessa. I'm excited to see Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. I know they will be there. I'm excited to see weirdly Questlove. It's Questlove's first time going to the Met Gala. And so I just saw him, we were both getting ready in the same hallway. And he looks good. So it'll be fun to see him and see what he thinks of everything. But it's gonna be fun.